No, it was just the story was about the San Antonio Spurs having an escort.
Right.
They would have stopped anybody because it was a police escort getting them to the arena, and I was just messing around from the standpoint that I was the acting head coach for the Warriors. You'd think that our police department would allow me to slide in ahead of their bus and have them wait a half a count, but it didn't matter. They were doing their job.
I'm just following up on it.
Despite the margin of victory the other night, the Spurs had 22 offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
How can this team rebound better? How can they prevent or maybe just lower that number?
Well, San Antonio's a tremendous rebounding team, and that was one of the keys going into the series. And, just every possession, we have to be conscious about putting a body on a body. Even a guy like Kawhi, he's the best in the league at following up his own misses. And so we did an okay job with it at times. We feel like that's an area we could do better is by really concentrating and locking down on putting bodies on bodies and doing it early. Because if you try to do it too late, they're long, they're going to root you underneath that rim, and it's a tip, and they're gathering the offensive glass. And then they send a lot of guys to the offensive glass. They send, sometimes 2 of their 3 smalls to the offensive glass. So our smalls have to continue trying to get in the mix too to help tip some of those balls that the bigs get, or to box out some of the smalls that are crashing the glass.
Mike, is there anything mechanically you've noticed about Klay's shooting form, or is it pretty much the same, just he's missing shots?
No, he's going to be fine. He's just missed some shots. He's gotten great looks. Me trying to mess with Klay's mechanics, I don't make enough money to do that. It's above my pay grade. He's a great shooter.
In a weird way, is it kind of comforting knowing that you have one of your best scorers struggling with his shot, yet you're doing what you're doing right now?
That's a fair question, but I know for me, I don't even look at it that way. We feel like if there's one guy and sometimes 2 guys out of the 3 big scorers that we have that are off, we're still capable of scoring 110 points. So what I'm most interested in is Klay getting good looks, A, and then B, he did a terrific, not a good job, not a great job, but a fantastic job at driving and kicking. We showed at least 4 or 5 clips because Steve preaches drive and kick, right spacing, and we showed probably 4 to 6 clips of him driving the ball, kicking, making the right play. We showed that to the team, and he was probably the initial drive of 3 out of the 5 clips that we showed. So offensively, he's playing fantastic. He's spacing the floor the right way. He's driving when he needs to drive. He's making the right pass. And then for us, another key was, not going to stop Patty Mills, but we got to pay attention to Patty Mills. And Klay's been chasing Patty around for 2 games now, which is tough to do. And so the way he's playing, I'll take it any day of the week because we know that the shooting part's the easy part for him.
Mike, why did you decide to go to San Antonio tonight, practice there tomorrow instead of go tomorrow?
Just to get acclimated to the time change. It's a long flight. They're 2 hours ahead. We can get out there and figure out when to go to sleep tonight, wake up there, get on the time schedule sooner than later.
Would you be comfortable putting the paw on Kawhi defensively?
Probably not. Kawhi is a big, strong guy, and Pat is a little slight of frame, and he's young, so it would probably be a tough matchup for Pat.
That's why he put Barnes in that game one. He played quite a bit.
Yeah. He's again, nobody can stop Kawhi one-on-one, but Matt's a little bigger, a little longer.
If you don't have Zaza, how do you kind of adjust?
We feel good about the bigs that we have. We can slide, in time we can slide Draymond to the 5 and play Matt at the 4 and KD at the 4. We'll still have JaVale and David, so we also have McAdoo, who's played big minutes for us from time to time. So we feel good about the size that we still have if Zaza can't go.
David was saying the other day that his bucket list was to play for the Spurs as a kid. He got that chance last year. You were around. Did you sense that excitement he had to be there last year? Now he's Papa said this is the absolute perfect fit for him here.
You don't get too much of a feel for anything with David. He's pretty stoic, but having said that, I knew just a little bit talking to him last year how excited he was being there. And, you can feel it this year, but he's not a rah-rah guy, so you don't see it all the time.
I mean, how great of a fit is he and the things he does to see plays before they happen and create.
Well, Jenny, you just said it yourself. I think the fit here is terrific for him because of the way we play. Space the floor. We have guys that move very well without the basketball. They're great shooters, and he likes to operate from that high post area as a playmaker. And when you have the ability to pass the way he can, and you have shooters and guys that cut set screens like we do, it's a perfect match.
Just two quick reactions to All-NBA with no Warriors on the first team. I wanted to ask your reaction to that and your expectations for the crowd down in San Antonio, whether they're going to be extra riled up after Kawhi.
I think they'd be riled up no matter if anything happened at all. It's a great crowd down there. So I'm just not looking at one incident that's going to get the crowd going. They're going to be a terrific crowd. And then, I don't know who's on first team, but, being biased and selfish, I wish we had a couple of guys on the first team. But it's out of my hands.
Great. Is that it?
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much.